Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you just joined us, we're talking about a story we reported during our front page news about a pastor in Brooklyn. You want to break it down, Yee?
Yeah, Bishop Lamar Whitehead, he was in the middle of a sermon. It was live streaming when three masked gunmen broke in with their guns and stole $400,000 worth of jewelry from him and his wife, maybe from some churchgoers too. We don't know where all the jewelry came from, but he did have on some rings, a chain.
About to go through. Yo. All right. All right. Yo, all right.
Right. So when we reported the story earlier today, people were like, well, I mean, why the hell is he wearing $400,000 worth of jewelry in Brooklyn in the middle of a recession with all the wolves out and people are starving?
Those people are right.
Me, myself, yes, it wouldn't be the smart decision to wear $400,000 worth of jewelry, but that's his right. He works hard for it. He can wear whatever he want to wear, right? That's what life is about.
And
correct?
They can rob whoever they want to rob, and they're going to rob the people that they see out here, and they're going to rob the people who they see out here flossing and stunting. The reality is, if you're going to spend $400,000 on jewelry, you should have security, and that goes for any pastor. That goes for anybody who wants to wear those kind of luxury things. Have security protecting you. That's it. Simple as that. And I feel like, churches should have security, period. We've seen enough mass shootings happen in churches and places of worship nowadays that things like that, should be prevented by having armed security in the churches anyway. If you're going to spend that kind of money on your cars and that kind of money on your jewelry, how about spend on keeping your congregation safe?
Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I also feel like if that pastor works hard and he can spend his money on whatever he wants to spend his money. You know what I mean? If he wants to,
who's debating
have a
that?
diamond crown and wear a diamond crown, he should be able to and not worry about getting robbed.
No, that's not how this works, Envy.
That's how it should work. That's life.
I don't care how it should. Let me ask you a question. You gonna do things how they should or how things are?
Well,
exactly. I don't want to pay taxes. We should not have to pay taxes because black people built this country for free. But no, because I'm not going to jail. All right? I'm not going to have the IRS knocking at my door. All right? So my point is, yes, people should be able to wear what they want to wear without being robbed, but that's not the reality of the situation. So if you're going to spend $400,000 on some jewelry, spend $350 on jewelry and $50,000 on security. All right.
What do you say, Yee?
I mean, of course, I would hope that something like that wouldn't happen. It's like when somebody's driving a nice car and then they blame you for getting carjacked because why were you driving such a nice car?
Yeah. So why? I can't drive a nice car?
In this, in this neighborhood. So I get that, and it's a shame that something like this had to happen. Me personally, I live in Brooklyn, and I don't even own jewelry worth that much money, and I mostly wear costume jewelry anyway.
You know what, Yee? You smart. You giving out the right message this morning.
So that's just for me personally. But I would think in church, you would hope that would be a safe haven, but unfortunately it's not. And, I'm sorry that something like this had to happen to him. And like he said, his congregation is traumatized from this experience. And I feel like he's gotten a lot of press lately. And the way that they talk about him in the media, the flashy,
That's
and
right.
I think that's why
he was a target. That's
why he was targeted, because of how the media has put him out there for things that have happened, in the past.
You just told Brooklyn, look, man, I know y'all hear me on the radio. I know I got these businesses, but there ain't nothing over here for y'all to get, bro.
All my money is in my businesses. Like, I'm still trying to make some money.
That's right. We get it, Yee. We get it, Yee.
I got on costume jewelry right now.
I believe you.
You're going to be like, look, my shoes
not real
ain't
gold earrings.
That car I drive ain't even a real car. It's a fake car, too. Goodness, it's all plastic.
These people out here ruthless. They robbed Amy from Jeopardy. They heard about Amy winning all them goddamn prize winnings, and they robbed Amy, bruh.
Not Amy. Hello, who's this?
Man, this is the pre from Omaha, Nebraska. What up, Angela Yee and Charlamagne the Guy, DJ Envy?
Peace, King.
Man, they was wrong for going in there robbing that pastor like that in that church. But my whole thing, did they take $400,000 off the church, off the pastor, or was that just collectively within
jewelry?
Well, we don't know. It sounds like he had jewelry, but if you really think about it, let's say the pastor bought himself a nice watch, right? Everybody's wearing a Richard Mille. Maybe he bought a Richard Mille watch. That watch could be $200,000-$300,000 right there. So it ain't a lot of jewelry. He just got a watch on. And if his wife got one on and an engagement ring, that's $400.
Yeah, they took their rings and everything.
Man, y'all asking the wrong questions. How much they gonna get for it in the street, man? What's that? That's how much they gonna get in the street.
Stop it, man.
How much they gonna get?
If it's a Richard Mille watch, let's say probably get about a cash by 80, 70.
But you're right. It could be their wedding bands, her wedding ring, and all of that too. And sometimes people spend money on that stuff.
Hello, who's this?
Good morning, Angela Yee, DJ MV, Charlamagne.
Good morning.
Peace, King.
I'm from Bed-Stuy.
Me too. Well, I live in Bed-Stuy.
Where's the watch? Where's the watch, bro?
Yeah, where's the
pastor's watch, bro?
Oh, I don't know, bro. I work in the East, but I'm from the Side, and I just think we at a point where it's kind of like Westworld. Like, people don't know what to do, so they just like, all right, we're going to make this a movie, but we got to be, like, accountable. And we got to hold people accountable for their behavior as well. And I think we'll kind of be in a better place.
Mm-hmm.
Explain what you mean by that.
Well, all right. I'm a essential worker for NYCHA. Shout out to all the essential workers for NYCHA.
Okay, New York City Housing Authority, if people don't know what NYCHA is.
Yes, ma'am. I've been working there for 8 years now. I see people walk past me every morning and they don't know when to speak unless they need something, right? But then they'll come out the building and throw something on the floor, right? We know we're supposed to cycle. I see a bunch of behavior that kind of lets me know that people don't even understand the value of money because everything that is being bought is being thrown on the floor, and these things should actually be recycled, and that money will be put back in that community.
Okay.
I don't know what he just said.
I don't know what he said. You told him to elaborate. I was lost.
I don't know. I
minutes
don't
ago.
know what he said.
Elaborate. All right. 800-585-1051. We're talking about the pastor who got robbed in Brooklyn while he was live streaming. They took it for his jewelry. They said $400,000. People are like, oh, well, he shouldn't be wearing that in Brooklyn anyway, doing a live sermon during the recession. But I feel like he worked hard for it. He should wear whatever he want to wear.
Man, shut up.
No.
Yes, you can wear whatever you want to wear, and people can rob whatever they want to rob. The reality of the situation is don't wear nothing you can't protect. And if you can't protect it yourself, you better hire somebody to protect it for you. All right?
800-585-1051. What are your thoughts? It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now, if you're just joining us, we're talking about, what's his name, Pastor Whitehead?
Yeah, Bishop Lamar Whitehead.
Yep, he got robbed over the weekend live. He was doing his sermon on live, and I guess he does it, he streams it, and they robbed him on the stream.
Him and his wife.
Get on the floor.
And
took
potentially
everything.
some churchgoers, but we're not sure. They haven't revealed that. But $400,000 worth of jewelry is gone. You know, his wedding ring, I'm sure his wife's wedding ring. He said they were actually tapping him to see what jewelry he had on underneath his shirt and all of that.
Man, y'all felt up under the the pastor's cloth, man. What's the thing? Y'all was up under the pastor's robe? Y'all freaky, boy.
But I also know he feels like he's been targeted because of the way the media has portrayed him in the past.
Don't blame
calling
the
him
media.
the flashy pastor. So he thinks that they've been watching him. That's how they knew he had on all that jewelry.
The media can't do anything but showcase what you're giving them.
Now, you've been to his church before, right?
Not the one in Canarsie, but yes.
How big? Oh, I was gonna say, how big is the church?
It's a nice size. It's a good size church, and he's really well known in the community. I actually did a peace walk with him and our mayor Eric Adams over the summer, and Fabio Foreign.
And I bet you any amount of money that pastor didn't think that they were coming in there to rob him. He probably thought they was coming in there to shoot up the place because of all the mass shootings that we've seen in these places of worship.
He did say that. He said they kicked in the door, and he wasn't sure what was going to happen first when they burst in there. And you know, you're concerned about people that's the congregants that are there that are innocent, and you want to make sure that nobody gets harmed. So he just got on the ground, did what he had to do.
If you have any type of mega church, you should have armed security in there.
I'm surprised there was no off-duty police officers in church.
That's
Think about
true,
it.
too.
Just serving, especially in Brooklyn, off-duty police officer in the church, and
I tell y'all one thing, try that at the Potter House and see what happens. That damn Potter House in Dallas, boy, that is a fortress. You hear me? Okay? It's not going to happen.
Hello, who's this?
What up, though? This is Snipe from Detroit.
What up, though?
What up, though?
I'm gonna be in Detroit this week. Actually, what's going on, bro? What's your thoughts, man?
Man, I think it was a scam, man. I watched a little bit of his response. His first little words was like, they came in specifically for me and my wife. And then he switched it around saying he didn't know what they were there for, so he told everybody to get down. Why would he be wearing all that? Yeah, he could wear whatever he want to wear, but why would he be wearing that in front of you know what I'm saying, his service people like that, man?
And was it a cross? If it was an iced out cross, I might can understand. Was it a Jesus piece? What was it?
Even that too, man. It's more than just that though. With them pastors, man. I got a lot of issues with them pastors, man. But I just think that was a scam, man. It was a setup.
Okay.
A setup for what? I don't know. Like, why would you set yourself up like that? He's already making money.
Hello, who's this? Unless it's an insurance scam. Hello.
Hey, DJ Envy, what's going on, man?
What's up? Who's this?
It's DJ Stretch out of Orlando, way of Houston, Texas.
What's up,
Stretch,
brother?
what up?
What's your thoughts, man?
So first, man, it's kind of crazy because growing up, you know, traditionally you see a lot of black churches. Well, we've always heard about pastors, you know, financially, you know, making a living off of the church and their income. You know, growing up for myself, I could say black pastors at churches always had like Cadillacs, you know, always had the nice suits, like it was real fancy stuff. So for one thing is, you know, you don't hear a lot of churches getting robbed a lot of the times. So the one question is, yes, why do you have $400,000 worth of jewelry inside of the church, for one?
Yep.
But two, the next question is, does anybody think this is an inside job or not? Because you're streaming live, you get robbed on live.
Bro, all churches stream live nowadays for the most part.
Yeah,
bro.
especially since the pandemic. It's just something that's been ongoing.
True. That is something that's been ongoing. But, I mean, yes.
And the Bible says, come as you are. That applies to pastors, too.
And he actually has been known for kind of dressing regular, so it's more relatable.
Yeah, it's nothing wrong with if that's how, you know what I'm saying, you dress yourself. But at the end of the day, like, come on now, jewelry is not everything, though.
I agree. I tell you this, though.
But he might just like it, and that could be his thing. Some people are into jewelry, some people are not. Some people are into fancy cars, some people are not. Some people like nice clothes. But if that's what he is, and he built his whatever he built, you know, he might be writing books. He might do speaking engagements. He might get money outside of it. He might be into real estate. He might be into stocks and bonds or crypto. So he might make money in a bunch of different ways. If he wants to be able to, you know, wear jewelry or whatever, he should be able to.
But he got to protect it
without being judged.
He got to protect it.
He do got to protect it. Okay, so look, I'm going to do this for you. If this is what a pastor's response would be to you, doesn't it say in the Bible, do not store your treasures on earth, but up in heaven? So obviously, it's showing that you're storing a lot of your treasures here on earth in materialistic things, which in the Bible it does teach you that you shouldn't do that.
I hear what you're saying, King, but I don't care what the pastor decides to buy or how he chooses to spend his money. But if you're going to do that, you got to protect it. That's all I'm simply saying, and that goes for anybody out there. It ain't just the pastors. If you're going to be out here with your jewelry on and your fancy cars and all that kind of stuff like that, just protect it. And know where you at all times. You got to know what type of environment you're in.
Now,
I'm sure he'll move differently now because, you know, Bishop Lamar Whitehead has always worn jewelry and done these things and never had an issue before. So maybe you start to feel too comfortable. So maybe now moving forward to protect everybody, that's something that he's going to have to do.
That could be it. But let me ask you a question. If they went to rob, right, and the pastor just grabbed the burglar's hand and said, let me pray for you right now, you think the burglar still would have robbed him?
No.
He would have shot him.
Damn.
Probably.
Damn.
My dad used to always say, boy, that nigga's so crazy, he'll shoot you in church. Boy, there's a lot of crazy kids out here nowadays.
You still get on the ground and pray for him. But
I'd have been praying out loud.
I wouldn't grab nobody's hand at a time like that. Because at the end of the day, those material things, go ahead and take it.
But, like, if you rob a church, don't you think you, like, if there's anything past hell, you got to go there?
I hate to tell y'all this, but we've seen worse things happen in church. You know, when you see all of these mass shootings that have happened in churches, you know, I think of the, Emmanuel AME in Charleston, South Carolina, the Emmanuel 9. When you think about, you know, the places of worship that have been shot up and people have been killed, we've seen worse things. So what I would like to see these places of worship do is actually invest money in security.
I get what you're saying, but, you know, a lot of times when they say those things happen, they say the person had mental illness, right, or the mental problems. These niggas didn't handle mental problems.
Well, thank God everybody's
you can protect
alive and no
yourself
one got
against mental
hurt.
illness.
I will say that. Thank God everybody is okay. Like you said, the people are traumatized. They had to witness something like this. And so praying for that, for them and their well-being.
Damn. All right. Well, we got rumors on the way.
Yes, and since we're talking about money, let's talk about the baby. He was on the Full Send podcast, and he was talking about how much he makes for club appearances, collaborations, all of those things.
All right. We'll get into that next. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.